And we are rolling. Yeah, we rolling. I'm glad I finally got my I got no hat on today. Cause I
I was
know
going
how
to
people would be.
say,
I know how people would be like, yo, the nigga always wearing a hat for real. So the nigga maybe bald or something like that. Like, no, I got a hairline and everything. My shit is here.
you got the Charlemagne going like, I got a
Yeah.
hair.
Cause people like, you always wear a hat? Like, no, I just think my joint don't be right sometimes. I got the anime mini fro and shit. So let's actually get into the show. What's up, people? It's your boy Twan holding it down for y'all once again, and y'all are tuning into the Cafe Hours podcast, the podcast created to generate debate, change perspectives, explore new concepts and themes, while still having that same conversational appeal that we had back in the day on the block and at the parks. So I'm here with my guest.
Yes.
No.
Your co-host.
My co-host, yeah.
Your his co-host Deej. You already know I'm here.
Y'all be co-host. Y'all be host 1 week. Y'all be
nah, we
guest
not
1
doing
week.
that. We had this conversation. We not doing that.
I'm
not
here.
Not on live. We not doing it.
I'm here with the magnificent, fantastic, big bubbles of personality.
Deej.
And this is episode 3. So let's get into the show.
Type shit you ride home to. Yeah. Yo, as we proceed to get you going off that cognac and caffeine. Proceed. Yeah, as we proceed to get you going off that.
So it's just me and Deej this episode, but it's fine. Jazz will be back next week. So we're looking forward to having you back, Jazz. And when you come back next week, you gotta talk wild crazy because we need all of that. You had a week off. I want you to talk wild crazy when you come back next week.
Yeah, she had vacation. She's refreshed. We need all the energy.
This. I guess I'm gonna do the little highs and lows recaps of what's been happening these past couple of weeks since we dropped episode 2. So we dropped episode 2 and then went public, and I know I have been receiving a bunch of like positive feedback from people. Dang, yo, the show is fire, man. I like it. The conversation is on point, man. Everything looked really good. You know, it's a small little itty bitty tweaks here and there, but like everybody else pretty much been loving the show. They trying to get on the episode of the show. They want to know when the next episode is dropping. So like it's gonna be dropping soon. Like we got a whole lot of stuff like planned and cooked up. Like I promise you. And we got so much more stuff to come. So we gonna keep it going. But that had to be one of my highs of the week, is the fact that it was so many people just reaching out to me. The Instagram been jumping. What's the name? Follow Cafe Hours. This person follow Cafe Hours, and just seeing the numbers, like the analytics, kind of like trend upward. So like that means a lot to me. It's like, man, we really doing our thing out here. So that was one of my highs of the week.
That was I was about to say that was actually my high too, because last week was a week. Last week was a week. It was one of the weeks. But like you said, 20, having everybody, hit us and was like, yo, this is dope. Like, this is cool. Like you said, little technological stuff, little itty bitty tweaks. Okay, great. But on the whole, like everybody's really been like, yo, this some regular cool shit for real. Like we fucking with it. And I love it. I'm like, yes. Like I'm so happy. And I think I'm really happy too, because like I told you and Jazz, like anytime something new comes out with me on it, whether it's my thing or like something I'm doing with somebody else, I always try to keep my expectations, a little bit low, so it's like you don't get disappointed. It's not that I don't believe in it. It's just I'm like, if I expect the worst, then usually the best happens. And the best for real happening. Like so many people been like, yo, this is dope. Like,
hold on. So you was expecting the worst out of this joint? Like you didn't think the joint was gonna be good? You didn't think it was gonna pop? What?
No, it's not that I didn't think it was gonna be good and I didn't think it was gonna pop. It's just I have this personal thing where like if I feel like, okay, so we're Tauruses, me, I feel stuff deeply. Like stuff that sometimes people be like, okay, it happens. I'll be like, it didn't happen this way. Like, what's going on? So it's like a little mental mind game I play with myself. I'm like, okay, if I go into something and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be cool. Not expecting nothing too big or too deep or whatever. The same thing I did with my blog. It's like, oh no, sis, like it's popping. Everything's popping. It's popping. It's hot. It's lit.
We lit.
Like, come on. So I'm so happy, and like I'm super happy because, like I said, I know you'd be like, "Oh, this is our thing," but you came to me and was like, "Deej, I want to do a podcast. We should do a podcast."
I've been saying, I've been looking like, man, we talk about a lot of interesting stuff. Let's do a podcast. Like y'all be like,
I was like, huh? I was like, 20? All right, cool. Like, all right. I know you, and I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't expect it to happen like now. But now you was like, yo, let's do this shit. Like,
I already had it cooked up when the idea first got like brought up. I already had the joint kind of cooked up. I was like, I just gotta put a name to it. I already kind of had like the formats, what people's strengths is, some of the topics. I didn't know the topics just yet, but I had a lot of like the, I'm gonna put it on here, and here. Did my little initial research before I came to y'all with it. Like, man, we can really make something out of this. And I don't know if it's gonna be any bread in this, but like it's gonna be something entertaining. Y'all gonna enjoy yourselves, so it's gonna be fun in that aspect.
Right.
Also, another high for me this week. I just remembered because it's been 2 weeks. One, shout out to all the listeners holding it down, man. I really appreciate that. That was very big. So I appreciate that from y'all. Also, welcome back to my homie Miguel. He came back off his hiatus. He was on hiatus for February, so he back now. We shot a music video, I think like last week in Bethesda, a song called No Hero that I recorded a long time ago. So we shot that. Shout out to the homie Tay, one of my old co-workers. He back at work. He back saving up his money for his coupe. And he got a raise when he came back. So like, shout out to him.
Yes.
Shout out to the homie Mega. He just hit me today. He said he listened to the first episode of the podcast, so he bumping with it. And I know he planning on getting his papers right because he make rolling papers. So he doing his thing. And also shout out to Kev. Kev actually came through last week and finally recorded the song called Carried Away that we wrote together. So he finally dropped his verse. It's fire. It's hidden.
Everybody been working?
Yeah.
Everybody's been working?
Yeah, people been working.
Everybody coming back?
I don't know what's going on, but people been working. So even the song Carried Away is fire. Miguel is back. Kev, Mega, Tay. Papacito, yeah, it's crazy. It's hype. So just kind of keep this momentum going, keep moving forward, and like hopefully it can be coop dreams and some bread in this. So let's keep it going.
I'm here for it.
Oh, so since Jazz is not here today to do her Afromation because she got the Afro and she Afrocentric. I got formation for y'all. This is my hood formation for the week or for this episode. Only a Sif deals in absolutes. So too much toxicity can be unhealthy, and too much healthiness can be unhealthy as well. So that too much of one thing, essentially it just means too much of one thing can be bad for you. Too much love can be bad, too much money, too much listening to influencers, too much not listening to influencers, and etc. can be bad for you. So only a Sith deal in absolutes. You don't want to be a Sith. You don't want to be the Jedi. You want to be a great Jedi. So
that is not a hood formation.
That's the hood formation.
That's a nerd formation.
You don't think
that's a blurred formation. Blurred. Black nerd. That's a blurred formation.
I know people from the hood that watch Star Wars
They're
and watch
blurs.
and watch Game of Thrones, and they be looking like
They're blurs.
when they bring it, when he mentions something Star Wars ish or Game of Thrones ish, I be like, what you watch that? You like, yeah, my man Tyrion's my man. I be looking like I wouldn't expect that.
Tyrion.
I be like, I wouldn't expect that from you. They be looking like, man, I watched that, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, all that, The Hobbit, all that. I be looking like,
yes, because that's where it's at for real. Sci-fi life, gang.
Girls be thinking that guys don't be doing much. And they be saying that, they be like, these guys don't be doing much, don't be interested in much, and they be home watching The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. But sometimes they can't say that because they get docked as far as being a man. They get docked.
It's 2020. It is 2021. If she docks you or she low tiers you because you like sci-fi and whatnot, then you don't need her in your life, King. Sorry. Keep it moving. Yeah. Like no grown woman is sitting out here talking about something. Ew, you watch Star Wars. Ew, you watch Lord of the Rings. Ew, you watch Game of Thrones. Like, girl, ew, you don't watch it. Sorry. Same thing with the guys. If you out here low tiering a girl because she watch Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and Star Wars, and
all right, come on with the blasphemy, because a guy would not low tier you for watching like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, anime, nothing like that. They would not do that. They's like, oh, you watch Naruto? Oh, snap! Like, really? Like,
you'd be surprised. There are some guys. Because you got to remember, all guys aren't into that stuff. You got some guys, they still exist. They got some guys out here that are like, what the fuck is like, that's some, the niggas who ain't grow up from high school. Oh, that's some nerd shit still. Nigga, it's 2021. It's 2021.
If you say so, I ain't gonna fight you. I ain't gonna fight you on it if you say so. I just know, like, when you say stuff like that, you be speaking a guy's language, and they be like, like she watched Naruto, like,
she got through One Piece, all of it.
They be like, they be like, maybe she one of them ones, because a lot of girls like to do the hair and the nails thing, and the Barbies and the makeup, and they can't tell you about the Hellcat engines, the VQ25, the SR20s. They can't talk wild crazy as far as that aspect.
Whew. Oh, she can do it all.
I'm telling you,
she can do it all.
You can probably do it all. She probably can't do it all.
If she puts her mind to it, she can do it all.
So no, I'm not even gonna get in this with you. I'm not even doing this because we did this already.
You right. I know where you going.
Because girls can do it all. Girls can do some amazing things. You know, associates, bachelors, masters, have a kid at the same time, PhD. But then when it comes to knowing the type of Jordans niggas normally like, they don't know. Stop getting that man socks for Christmas. Please. He told you.
Shade.
Stop getting that man socks for Christmas. He already told you what he wanted. Give him the Black Ops. Give him the PlayStation 5. He already said, give him the Xbox. He already told him. Why every time Christmas and Father's Day come around, you always get socks. And those plaid pajamas. Niggas don't want that no more.
We gotta, okay, maybe not all women, but some women, we gotta understand that if we have certain expectations, like if I want you to like drop a bag at Ulta for me, then I need to reciprocate and get you what you want.
Just don't give me socks. You got me socks for Father's Day. You got socks for my birthday and then for Christmas. Like, please, and don't just give me, and just don't provide me with ass. Because I can get that on the regular, and I can even get that from someone that's not you. But get me something special. Give me something that I've been wanting. I've been wanting the PS5. Get them that. Get them Black Ops. Get them the new Madden and the new 2K. Here go some VP points for the 2K joint. Here go $100. So you can
get the PlayStation cards. Get the cards.
Come on, y'all gotta listen. Guys be telling you what they want all year, and the nigga get socks.
Bro. Listen, I'm not gonna fight you.
And y'all can do everything.
I don't want
to hear no excuses. Y'all can get your associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, PhDs, go to night classes, pass the bar and all that, but you don't know the 5 Jordans that a guy normally like that you can buy any guy and he'd be comfortable with. That's the 1s, the 4s, the 7s, the 11s. Come on. Even get a nigga some forces. Even get a nigga some forces. So let's actually get into the topic for today. Is there anything else you wanna add?
I just work here.
You don't want to defend the sisters?
No, listen.
You gonna take the charge?
I can't. I'm gonna say. Well, I'm
you
gonna take the charge.
You gonna take the charge?
You're
okay.
right.
Okay.
You're right. I can't debate something that's your experience and what people say their experience is. Like you got it.
The defense rests. Cause we always be the bad guy. So for us to be the plaintiffs this time, man, we rest.
Who's we?
We rest. us men, us guys, we rest.
Oh, we not doing that.
Us
okay.
Guys, we rest. We just rest our case.
All right.
We just rest our case. This is crazy. I got y'all back, fellas. I ain't gonna
presented your closing arguments. I hear you.
I'm gonna paint them right in the corner, guys. They ain't getting out of this joint. Nah. The same way I painted Jazz into a corner last episode with what you do to, have you ever been in a doghouse before? I got y'all backs, guys. From here on out.
Jazz is gonna be on your ass next week. She gonna be
on me. She gonna be on my neck. Wait until the girls only episode. She's definitely gonna be on my neck.
Heavy on it.
Shout out to Jazz. I expect it from Jazz. We'll go on, Jazz. We'll go on. I expect it.
She gonna be on your
neck. So
get him, Jazz.
You better protect me too.
Oh, I gotta protect you, but you were here talking wild crazy.
Am I talking wild crazy? Let me hold you down.
You just threw hella shots. Okay.
Did I throw hella shots?
I'm not doing this with you today.
Oh, so today. Oh yeah. We haven't even got it. So it's been 2 weeks. Anything came up that makes you want to hate it here? We want to know.
Jesus. What hasn't made me hate it here? Man, why do I hate it here this week? That's a good question. I don't know. I guess I would say I'll be personal and transparent this week. So being an empath made me hate it here this week.
What's the empath?
An empath is someone that that connects with their emotions. They relate to other people and connect with them, emotionally. They feel energy, vibes, emotions, all that stuff, super heavy. So I hated being an empath these 2 weeks because I have been feeling a wide range of emotions, and my last couple of weeks, but outside of that situation, it's just been a bunch of different things, and I'm proud of myself because I've been navigating my emotions in a positive way. I haven't no facts. I've been shadow boxing for real. I haven't spazzed or broke down or anything. I think I've been healthily navigating them, but I hate it because it's why would y'all all choose to come now when I got so many different things I'm working on, the pod, catching up for my blog, work, planning a bunch of stuff. It's why now?
You just gotta let them know. You just gotta let them know, baby. I got a busy schedule, baby. I can fit you in. I can fit you in on the 30th, the 28th.
She had a moment. She was like, listen, I'm gonna have to hit y'all back next month. Like next month, because like I got too much stuff going on. My birthday in a couple weeks. 20 birthday coming. We about to hit the turn up for real. Like I'm gonna have to get back to y'all in the end of May. Like hit me after everything is everything, please. Thanks.
You gotta find a way to get in these books. Like I gotta meet with bro, this and that coming up. Like I could try to squeeze you in, but if you bluff,
man, look,
you come late, I'm gone.
I will squeeze you in. When do you want to get in? What day? What works? Because today is not the day.
And with the whole just going through something tough and very emotional, sometimes you just gotta do that Super Saiyan cry, like when like Vegeta got his arm broke and he looked at it about 18, he looked at his arm, his shit was bent around, and he just like looked up and just screamed like Sometimes you just gotta just to let it out.
And I have on several, like I told you I'm a crybaby. I'm emotional.
Yeah,
I've done that on several occasions, but not right now. It's gonna have to wait.
It's gonna have to wait.
It's gotta wait.
Sometimes you gotta do that cry thing, or just get some gloves, get some boxing gloves like me, and get in the gym and vent your frustrations. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get physical with people. Take your frustrations out on the bag. Don't take your frustrations out on the apartment that you live in, because you still trying to get your security deposit back. So that's facts. Don't break none of your stuff, please, and don't break none of mine.
No, I'm coming over there tomorrow and fucking shit up.
Where? Not over here. By the grace of God, none of my stuff got broke. I haven't broke nothing of my own in years. I'd be damned if I let somebody else break my stuff. Hawking me in the leg drop some of my shit. Hell no.
Say now, I'm just leave something over there.
I'm gonna leave something over here. That side chicken. Every time you'll come over here, you'll always leave something like keychain, something. I be looking like, okay, this is the games we playing. Okay, I'm about to
You started it.
I'm about to get like a 200 pack of those fake Cuban link chains from like Wish, and every time I hop in the car, I'm just gonna leave a chain in there. I'm gonna leave a chain or some lifestyle condoms, like something that's gonna make people scratch their head. Like, yo, who got this fake ass chain, and who the fuck are you messing with that got these lifestyles?
I would never.
Like, you're gonna be sick as a dog. You're gonna be sick as a dog. Like this, the game. Is this the game we playing?
Listen, I told you I'm from the house of Targaryen. We can play games.
I could have swore that the house of Targaryen actually fell.
It did, but she burnt every damn thing before it fell. So let's go. Let's go. Since burnt the city down before it fell, let's go. I will take everything with me.
You want to go to war? I'll take you to war.
I'll take you to war.
So let's get into actually our topic for today's video. So today we're going to be talking about actually cancel culture. I'm not super well versed in like stuff as far as like cancel culture and those etc. because like I kind of do my own shit. I don't watch the news. I don't really be on Twitter. I just share stuff and retweet stuff on Facebook, and that's it. I really was very unfamiliar when it comes to the cancel culture thing. I just knew it was something, but I didn't quite know what it is. So Deej can pretty much tell you a little bit more about it, but let's go.
What?
Oh, Deej? Yeah, Deej.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
Well, I mean, I know you said you're not well versed, but I'm pretty sure you have an opinion on cancel culture.
I probably do, yeah.
Yeah. So we know cancel culture in the most recent years, like I guess I'll start to say like ever since like the Me Too movement and stuff started popping up. Cancel culture has been if you say some wild crazy shit or if you do something supposedly if you do something wild and like wrong and illegal and harmful, then yes, he's supposed to be canceled. But we know if everything it's been taken to a further extent now. So you can say something that somebody doesn't like or a group of people don't like and you're canceled. You can be honest and you're canceled.
That's crazy. Honesty can get you canceled. That's crazy that honesty can get you canceled.
You can have an unpopular opinion and it gets you canceled. And mind you, this is so disclaimer, when I speak on stuff, usually, I already move off both ends of the spectrum. This applies to men, women, other, whoever. So yeah, that's what so cancel culture, like I said, is essentially supposedly canceling harmful, toxic people, companies, organizations, etc. So with everything, you have the positive end of the spectrum, like what's something positive? Like when what's something like, okay, so I can't think of an example right now, but a positive end is you find out somebody was hitting someone, like somebody's been in an abusive situation, be it a man or a woman, and the person that was the person committing the offense, they're canceled. Like, you don't support them anymore, you don't give them your money, your time, attention, none of that. They just that makes sense. That's a positive thing. A negative end of the spectrum, I guess in popular culture, would be Kevin Samuels. Like somebody saying, "Oh, Kevin Samuels is canceled." Why? Because you don't like what he said.
You don't like his opinion, yeah.
Like, you don't have to like it or agree with it or even listen to it, but that doesn't mean that the person has to be canceled. Like, other people may agree, other people may listen and like it. It's just you or y'all don't. So yeah, but people will like Twitter someone to death to be canceled.
It's crazy because like it seemed like back in the day it was an understanding, like if you didn't agree with somebody, it wasn't like, oh, like we never want to hang out with you no more, or we never going to come to the house and pick you up and scoop you when we ride bikes or whatever, or when we play football. It wasn't like that. It's just like, okay, that person don't like that. Okay, cool. Like it is what it is. And it seemed like back in the day we didn't try as much to try to sell somebody on the fact that it was something that they didn't like. Mm-hmm. Like, you can make a case like, yo, you should cop this game over that game because this game is better. You can pretty much do the same thing in that game in this game. Or I think that you'll be really good in this game. Like, you could try to sell it to somebody, but we ain't overly try to like force it down someone's throats. But it seemed like nowadays it's like, if you're not on the same side as us, and you trying to play the fence or like you just don't want to be involved in it, we're gonna force you to be involved. Like, you gonna have to take a side.
Right.
And if you don't take our side, then you getting the X button too, which is just wild crazy. I understand what cancel culture is trying to accomplish. And like, you know what, we don't want to continue to put dollars and money and we don't want to continue to put dollars and money on people that is toxic and doesn't deserve it. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. But also, like, when you say you're canceling somebody, and make people think like, oh, what are you canceling that person for? And they searching that person, or they clicking for that person, or they reading articles of that person, which is giving that person their attention. So you still lining their pockets in a way. So it's like, okay, you don't line it in this fashion, but you still line it in that fashion. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of crazy to me. I think recently in the news, people that's been getting canceled a lot lately has been the bull Kevin Samuels, because of just his platform and his message. Yes, in his tone, but also like the overall arcing message that he trying to say as far as like relationships in America, especially in the Black community. He been getting canceled like that, getting a lot of heat. Of course, Kirk Franklin been getting a lot of heat for leaning on his son on the phone because his son came at him disrespectfully. Even I think Quavo even got some heat for taking the Bentley back from Shorty. Like, we not together. No more, baby girl. You think I'm gonna let you keep the Bentley? Like,
well,
come
he
on.
didn't take it from her. That was a rumor. But
they said allegedly he took it from her, and
they already said he didn't. They already said he didn't. But that's another piece of the cancel culture that is interesting. So one of my good friends, Shaq, from college, like that's my bro. He was like, yo, everybody is so sensitive and everybody is so like everything that you say has to be in accord. And I love Shaq because Shaq is an openly gay black man, but he has certain opinions that wouldn't align, I guess people say align with that. Okay. And he gets so much shit for it, but he don't be caring. He be like, like whatever. He was like, yo, y'all just real sensitive. Y'all sensitive as fuck. And like
I just had a question. So like, is the whole cancel culture and canceling people, is that more of like a male thing? Is it more like particularly a female thing? Like how would, like based on what you see, like do you see more like men, like, man, we exit? I know men will cancel people and not fuck with people, especially when it comes to like, oh, you don't take care of your responsibilities, you cry all the time, you don't take care of your kids, you hit women. Like guys will like cancel people. Like he just, fuck him. They'll be like, fuck him, I don't want him around, don't bring him past my place. That's how it is. But like the cancel culture, as far as like what's going on in the media and everything, like my question is it more of a guy thing? Is it more like a woman thing? Or what would you say about that?
I personally don't think you can really say it's more of a woman or a man thing. I think it's more of I truly think it's a societal thing. Okay. And I feel like unfortunately, I feel like it started with women. And I feel like it started with women saying, okay, it's certain things that are happening to us, certain crimes and atrocities and, painful things that are happening to us that shouldn't be happening. And people are too comfortable with not holding the people that are doing these acts accountable, whether it be corporations, whether it be celebrities, whoever. So I think it started from a place of accountability, right? Because we all love accountability now. Right. It started from that. We should. So I think it started from an initial place of accountability, and then society just morphed it into if it doesn't align with what I or this group or whoever thinks, then it's wrong. Like there's a difference between what's a good example? There's a difference between you protesting against the Klan or the Proud Boys or some other group who are actively publicly terrorizing a certain group of people just because of their skin color. So yeah, cancel them because that shouldn't happen, period. So there's a difference between that and then somebody saying, oh, well, I don't like this celebrity's antics, so they gotta get canceled. Like what does their antics have to do with you? Like, let them be dumb. Let them be stupid and retarded, and whoever tunes in or subscribes to it. But they shouldn't be quote unquote canceled. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's two different spectrums. So I don't think it's more of a male or female problem. I think it's a societal one. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's societal. You have men who use the cancel culture for their own, grievances. It don't have to be right or wrong. You got women who do it. You have people in the LGBTQIA community who do it, trans, non-binary, like your race, ethnicity, and sexuality don't what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't absolve you of the ability to use something for your own for your own means, like whether they may not always be good, your intentions may not always be pure. So people use it for whatever reason they want to use it for because they know it will get results or it'll get publicized. So that's just the reality of it.
I do understand like you should like cancel or not support certain people or businesses if like they did something significantly that was like morally wrong, like Bill Cosby, for instance, R. Kelly, of course, Trump and all his wild, crazy stuff and etc. Because you don't want them to continue to, line their pockets and generate money and attention off of you. So that makes a lot of sense. But I do think it's kind of weird that like canceling a person, it doesn't weigh the same when it comes to canceling someone who's Cajun versus somebody who's black.
Caucasian?
I said Cajun.
Oh my God, I'm sick of you.
Because the Caucasus is like can be seen as a racist term, so they just Cajun.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay, here we go. We're gonna have this conversation right now.
No, we're not gonna have
this
this conversation.
You calling someone Caucasian is not racist. That's what they are. If you call them the C word, which is Acker or Onky, if you call them something like that, that's racist. But you literally saying what it is, you're a Caucasian person. Yeah. That's not racist.
I feel like they would take offense to it, so I just say Cajun.
Who cares?
Hey,
Who cares?
Still got respect.
No, there's a major difference between calling someone Caucasian and calling somebody a hard ER. Like there's a major difference in the two. Caucasian is not racist.
Well, I just call them Cajun.
Cajun implies something seasoned. Southern people cook with seasonings and it's spicy and it got all different flavors in it.
That's true. But
what about that is flavorful?
Raisins be flavorful.
What about that is seasoned?
Raisins be very flavorful when you put it in potato salad.
I'm not. You've gotten me for the day.
You ever tried raisins with the potato salad with the raisins in it?
I bet you have.
I be like, they on to something. Like Miss Becky, this doing good. Like keep this up. Miss Sarah Lee.
This gonna get you canceled. This gonna get you canceled.
It probably will, man. You gotta try that with the raisins in it, man. They add a little bit of sweetness to that saltiness with the potatoes and all that. Man, that joint be hitting sometimes.
I'm never cooking for you. Now that you said that, I'm not.
Speaking of cooking,
I know what I owe you. I know.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't know if you deserve them now because you up here talking about some Cajuns.
I upheld all my sides of the deal,
and I upheld all of mine except for that one.
Except for the beignets. We need the beignets. It's already summertime. Well, you already missed winter and second winter here in Baltimore, so that's how it is. So I gotta wait until first winter of next year.
No,
or the fall. It's crazy, boy. It's crazy.
Anyway, so back to the cancel.
Does canceling Cajun people and black people hold the same weight?
No, because oh God, okay, not for nothing. I felt so back. So let's take it back to your question about do men or women cancel more? I don't feel like men or women or trans people or non-binary, whoever, I don't feel like that cancels more. I do feel like black people are more susceptible and more willing to cancel us than white people are to cancel them.
Cause they be trying to hold it down, like
they be holding it down.
Somebody do something foul that's white, they be like, shh.
When January 6th happened, when they was being real nigga-ish. Nobody said nothing. Everybody else, everybody outside of the politicians was like holding it down.
I know our people was sitting at home like, our people was sitting at home like, man, I wonder if somebody gonna get clapped. Like,
Of course not.
I
Of course
wonder if
not.
somebody gonna get clapped, somebody gonna get hit
course
with the
not.
taser, the pepper spray, and nothing. Like,
Of
people,
course not.
people was climbing the building and everything, sitting in there with their feet up, and now
But they
people
was
was really
holding
sitting
it.
at home, chilling. Like somebody better get clapped today. Somebody better get hit with a baton or something.
But that's my point. They
Nothing
be
happened.
holding it down for each other, regardless.
No.
They be holding it down.
Now
When
somebody
it
did.
come to us.
Somebody did get shot. Somebody did get shot, I guess, and I don't know if they passed away or not. So
Yeah, she did.
somebody
It
did
was a
get
woman.
hurt. Somebody got blasted, blah. But like they do be holding it down for their
They
own
be
communities.
holding it down, but us, we be like, and I think it's because we have, black people, like our culture is like, it takes over everything. Like black culture is pop culture. Anything that's popular or popping stems from black people. So because we have social media and we have like all these blog outlets, we got the Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk, Baller Alert, we got all of these things that give us 24-hour news on everything. We be so quick to cancel something. Now, I will say, I feel like black people don't stick to what we say it's supposed to be canceled.
But that's
like when Gucci was supposed to be canceled, I still see some of y'all spending y'all stimmies logging onto the Gucci website. So what's the what?
Wait, but that's actually kind of crazy that you mentioned that. It's like black people do be quick to cancel people, especially ourselves. We do be like, oh, that person fucked up, canceling them. But like, I do kind of fuck with that to an extent because it's like, okay, at least black people have the know-how, black culture has the know-how to like, okay, this person was fucked up. Like this person is fucked up and we're gonna hold them accountable, even though they may go back and still buy Gucci or something like that. They do have the know-how to like, okay, yes, this happened. We're gonna be accountable enough to say and recognize that it's happened and that person is canceled. Versus the Cajun people with the, son, we just slap on the wrist. Don't do it again, man. Keep it on the humble. Like, keep it on the humble. Something ridiculously foul got to come out. Like ridiculously foul got to come out. And even when something ridiculously foul come out, they still be like, just gonna give them a slap on the wrist. Keep it quiet.
I kind of disagree.
You disagree?
I feel like black people, we don't hold anybody really accountable. Like, okay, case in point. Okay. So let's use Gucci and Hermes and all of these like high fashion labels, right?
Right.
Gucci, Hermes, Dolce & Gabbana, like all of these designers have at some point used black dollars, black designs, black aesthetic, something rooted in blackness,
sure,
for their things, right?
Yep.
Some of them use racist or stereotypical things, and sometimes it's sometimes on that spectrum, and then it's sometimes on the spectrum of, ooh, we don't fuck with black people or black models, but we want those cornrows, we want those braids, like that design is fire, so we're gonna put them on the white models instead of getting the black girls to come over and do it. So it's two ends of the spectrum, right, of disrespect. If we as black people, and I especially say this with black celebrities, because I feel like we hold our celebrities accountable like this. If you know that these labels are clearly committing these offenses and doing these things and having this culture, and the trend is, oh, we're sorry so we can get your money until the next thing happens, and then we're sorry again so we can get your money until the next thing happens. If we see that trend and if we know that that's a thing, why do we keep going back? Like, there's no reason. Like after that whole situation with Gucci, with that blatantly blackface design that they had, it was so many celebrities that was saying like 2-3 months later, oh, okay, well, it's Gucci. I'm like, well, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean it's Gucci? Oh, I'm gonna buy it anyway. Like, They said they were sorry. They don't got nothing to do with me. You got the Lil Waynes. If it don't affect me personally, then
Yeah, a lot of people,
whatever.
A lot of people be on that.
Like that's sick, and like that's a big reason why. Like I said, it's funny because we're so quick to cancel something, but we don't hold our word when we cancel it. And it's kind of like equivalent to the way we move as a community as a whole. Like you have so many other cultures, other religions, other ethnicities who they hold it down for each other consistently, like in all aspects. But if we can't even hold it down when it comes to like, where we spend our money or, holding something accountable, then what are we canceling for? Like, is it really canceled or is it just, we saying that because everybody's saying it now? And
I guess it's just temporary. It's just temporary. It's processing. It's pending.
It's pending. The transaction is pending.
The canceling is pending, or is in limbo. You might not get renewed for another season. Shout out to Chris Brown, because Chris Brown and Rihanna, when they did that little thing, they got renewed for another season, and they've been popping ever since. I think this something also happened to Bow Wow and Sierra. Didn't you remember when Bow Wow had those scratches on his face and shit like that? Wasn't he fighting?
No, that wasn't that damn sure wasn't Sierra. That was his girlfriend at the time, Kiyomi. She Instagram she was a wilding out girl before they started dating, and they ended up fighting supposedly in his apartment.
Had the scratches on his face. Shout out, dang, tough jam. But yeah, he had scratches all on his face and some more stuff. But yeah, like I don't know, like that getting canceled thing is very tough. It's like, and it seems like it does hold weight. Depending on if you a celebrity, that it seems like they will be kind of lenient on you. Depending on what happened. If you stole money from people, you may get canceled for a couple of weeks. If you did something more crazy or got away with something that's super vile, like the Bill Cosby joint, like, okay, that's not. But then you can get uncanceled.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson. Like they said, Michael Jackson tucks all those boys and he got canceled. Then the moment he passed away, it was like, man, all that stuff didn't happen. It wasn't true, man. They lied on him.
That's kind of shaky. That's kind of shaky. But
so when you pass away, they just, I guess they forgive all your debts.
I mean the facts around that was kind of shaky. But like so the most recent example I can think of, like let's think about Ellen, right? So Ellen DeGeneres, the nice woman, and the everyone love each other.
Yeah,
people literally came out and who worked for her and was like, yo, she is she's a piece of work when we working for her, and she's not that great.
She a whole biscuit.
Okay. And mind you, these are people who like work with her, and Ellen is still Ellen. Like
a lot of people like that though. A lot of people be like, yo, that person was a whole biscuit, or they always like that. But sometimes if a lot of people say it, then sometimes it's true. Sometimes that person can be the nicest person in the world, and there just was those people. And we're gonna talk about like people being toxic later on in the show, but sometimes it could just be those people. I used to hear that. I used to hear that all the time at work. People always felt some type of way about my manager, and they was like, yeah, he don't like people. And I was like, bro, he don't like people? I said, nah. I was like, I just don't know him. Or how many times people be like, yo, damn, Deej, you nothing like what people say you are. You like, dang, what the hell niggas just saying about me? And they be like, oh, like they said that you was dirty and you did this and you was fucking and sucking and everything. You not even know what people say you was. You become like, dang, I know exactly where that came from. Like that came from Sun and Sun. Like, yeah, like, okay, it's cool. Like, I understand. But that should be crazy sometimes.
Not relatable, but okay.
Not relatable.
I haven't had that happen. Like,
You blessed. Because sometimes that do be happening.
No, I know.
And I know people on the show they probably experienced it like, oh yeah, somebody did like said some real foul shit about me. And then when I met somebody that was like a friend of a friend, they was looking like, dang, yo, you nothing like what I thought you was gonna be like dang, like they said you was fucking everything out here. Like, oh man, I know exactly who said that. Was it Jim, James, and John? Like, yeah, they said you were the freak out here, boy. Like, nah, like that. Of course, that's what they would say because we fell out. But yeah, nah, it's not true. You like, damn, it's real.
Yeah, be like that. That's the other part of cancel culture. Sometimes people just want you
I think that's
gone because they had a bad experience with you, or you didn't bend to what they wanted to hear, or I told you that truth. We had a conversation about how people perceive the truth now, or perceive, things that aren't in compliance with what they believe or what they want.
run it back. When we had that conversation.
We had that conversation.
Oh, everybody got their own version of the truth nowadays.
Yeah, everybody has their own version of the truth. Everybody has their own, version of things based on their reality, which is understandable. I always move by the rule that people's realities are different. So everyone's gonna interpret what you say or what you do or what they hear based on their reality. But the truth is the truth, like,
man,
in whatever reality. And some people just don't like that. Don't go for it. Like, if they don't think that that's the truth, then they don't think that that's the truth.
My philosophy: lead with the truth. Like, and maybe I'm just old fashioned. Maybe it's just a '90s kid in me, but lead with the truth. Like,
absolutely.
If you did it, then you did it. You feel me? Like, this lead, and it's about to come out. Lead with the truth. Yeah, yo, I fucked up. I did X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna take the charge. Give me this. I'll take the charge before like someone else tell you their version of the truth, and they like, I ain't had nothing to do with it. He did everything. Like, lead with the truth, be accountable, and that's the tough thing nowadays. Is the accountability thing is very tough on people. The telling the truth thing and the actual truth, not their side of the truth, is really tough on people. People don't be wanting to do that. And it's something else that I said, and it's the ideas of like having having your own set of morals, and not the group set of morals. Because it seems like everybody got this group set of morals that they got to follow, and that's why it's a mob mentality when it comes to the whole canceling thing. Like, oh, this is our mob moral rules, and like, you got to stick and align yourself with that. Not everybody morals is going to be the same, and that's the one thing that I like about back in the day, and I would like to implement in the show, is the fact that everybody is educated, but everybody come from different places, is in different parts of their life, so everybody got something different to bring to the table. So you may put me onto some game, or Jazz may put me onto some game that I never even seen it that way, because I never seen it when I was from. So hey,
and everybody's like, one thing that people kind of have moved away from, and I was talking to Darius about this one day. It's like, your morals and your values don't have to fluctuate based on the times or the society. Like, if you feel like if you feel like you, because I know him, I be trying not to give away like the whole conversation, but if you feel like this is like, you like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or you expect these things for yourself. If we living in a culture now where it's like, oh, you shouldn't want to get married, or you shouldn't want to have a house, or you shouldn't want this, that, and the third. If that's in your moral wheelhouse, then you don't have to like get rid of it or bring it back just based on what like everybody is saying or doing right now. Like, no, this is what I still want. I don't care if it seems obsolete or like people don't value it or do it anymore. If that's what you want, that's what you want. And you're not a villain for having that. Like, you're not a villain for having those, old school, set beliefs or standards. You do have, I will say that you do have to navigate through the fluctuation or the changing in a way that is, I guess, as long as you respect other people's morals and respect what they want. It's like, okay, cool, that's what you want, I respect it. Or that's how you choose to live your life, or that's what you like or subscribe to. That's fine.
Just don't be simping hard.
You in a simp.
Just don't be simping hard.
Just don't bring that over here and try to impose it over here is the moral of the story.
Because I ain't simping. Just don't be simping hard out here. You can have your morals. You can be super simp 1, super simp 2, super simp who ascended beyond the level of a simp. But like, that's you. Don't try to force simpage on the rest of us.
Simpage?
Simpage.
We not doing this tonight.
Homer Simpson.
We not doing this tonight. But yeah, so I like that's pretty much the whole well, not the whole thing, but it's really a lot. Like I'm like, me personally, I you know, I'm like you, I subscribe to minding my business, sitting back and be like, damn, that's crazy. Like, oh, okay, I know when I find out something about like a company or, you know, a person, and if I decide that what they did or what's going on doesn't align with, you know, what I believe or my moral wheelhouse, then I can choose whether or not to support them. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, that whole, you know, his whole antics and the stuff he be saying.
Oh, he was snitching and all that other stuff.
If I don't subscribe, or not even just the snitch stuff for me, but just like the just his antics, bro. I don't subscribe to it. I know how to delete his stuff off my iTunes. I know how to not listen to his stuff again. I know how to unfollow. I know how to not click or comment when the shade room or whoever, you know, brings him up.
People be so caught up in the Tsukiyomi that they be looking like, I gotta follow on everything. Yeah. I gotta tune into every show. I gotta make sure, because I canceled him, but I'm still watching them, still making them generate revenue and some more stuff.
That's the thing. Like, you don't like, and me and Tay and his friends were talking about this earlier. It's like, you don't have to tune into the show. Like, I know it may seem tempting because everything is like out here now, and like, here, look at me. But you don't have to tune into the show. You truly do not have to.
Matter of fact, hold it down. That's crazy, because people will support your platform, watch your platform, like your photos, you know, go and click on your profile pictures, you know, 10 times, 40 times, 50 times, go follow you and shit like that, because they don't fuck with you. But when they fuck with you, they will never show you no support. Dang, maybe they on to something out here. So maybe we shouldn't be looking for fans that love us. We should be looking for fans that hate us, because they gonna watch every show and download and support the merch. That's crazy.
That's a way of like navigating it.
Marketing.
That is marketing in a way. I choose not to subscribe to that. Like the whole people tune in because you know what you're saying is outlandish and wild. You know, that's a reality, but you know, like, you don't have to.
The crazy thing is people be doing that, like, and then it makes it. People understand that people are so attracted to the toxicity and hate that like people intentionally do that. Like, they choose the clips that are very toxic and vulgar and whatever to put on that social medias, and then they be looking like, why the hell did he say that to that girl? Like your boy Kevin Samuels. He said that girl could hit the A gap like a motherfucker. She built like Barry Sanders. And
I didn't hear that one. Wow.
You didn't hear that? Oh my!
Now I told you I be tuning out sometimes. When did he say this?
I think he said this either last week or the week before. For last, he asked Shorty like, "What's her size?" She said she's 5'9". He's like, "How much you weigh?" She said she weigh like 230, and he was like, "I'm 6'3", man, but I wear 210 or 220." He was like, "You are the size of an NFL running back, Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith." He said, "You can hit the A gap like a motherfucker." Hut. He was like, "You want all this stuff, but like you are this. You want a guy to settle for, you know, somebody that can run out of power I. That's a formation." So he was like, "That is crazy." But like they posted that clip, and that clip is kind of trending now everywhere.
That is kind of disrespectful.
But
that's super disrespectful.
Yeah. I get his message.
Shaming.
I get his message. What his message was.
What's the message? Please translate for me because I'm retarded. What's the message?
His message was that guys want somebody who's a lady who's fit, fine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive.
A guy may want her. She may fit his idea of fit. 230 really not wild crazy. And for her height, she 5'9".
With Kevin Samuels, with him and his platform, his show, he go based off of like what fit it actually is. So fit for your height and your size. So
he goes based off the medical definition of what your
like the actual
you mean
the actual stats.
The stuff that white medicine dictates? That white physicians dictate?
Yes, in a way, but hold it down because
for Black people,
just in general, for people of that height and size.
Let's cut the bull. Let's be complete.
Let's
be complete. Let's be honest. It ain't no Cajuns like you saying tuning in to Kevin Samuels faithfully. It's us.
You don't think
you know your core audience, and it's us. It's Black men and Black women, especially if, as you say, it's your mission to improve the Black relations in the Black community. So you know your core audience. So you're trying to judge us, men, women, whoever, of stats that stem from majority white medicine who during the time they said we didn't matter, we weren't a thing.
Hold it down because hold it down because based off of those stats, like what it means to be healthy, men still stick to the stats. They still within the boundaries. I'm 5'11".
She could be healthy. She could be 5'9", 230.
I'm 5'11", and I weigh 140. So a man of my height should weigh about like 150 to 160. You know, right. 5'11", 150,
you consider
160.
Yourself not healthy?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like for my height and my size, I am like in the area of being considered healthy. You feel me? And then for a woman of my size, of my height, to be 210, 220, 230, that means that you are unhealthy.
But like she can be healthy and be 210 and 5'11". So then what's the excuse?
Because for the time, women are supposed to be.
No, then what's the excuse? So what do you say for the niggas who want women that are either plus size or caked up and caked out? So you got a 5'3" girl who got her ass done and her titties done. Her supposed weight is between 120 and 130, but because she got the ass and the tits attached, now she between 150 to 170. What you gonna tell her? No. What you gonna tell her? What you gonna say?
Ass and titties is not adding on that much weight.
Yes, it is. If you get silicone, that's weight.
Come on,
that's why they tell you to be a certain weight and get down to a certain weight before they do the surgery. Yes,
but not that much weight. Come on.
If she is 5'3" and the medical charts, the white medicine that you're going based off of says cis should be between 120 and 140, she gets down to that area, then goes and gets her surgery, gets silicone injected in her boobs and her ass, and that tacks on maybe a cool 20, maybe 15, 20 pounds to her, and she's now in the category where she's considered unhealthy. You won't look at her and be like, nah, sis, you're not healthy for your weight. I can't fuck with you.
The rules is different because she's modified. She's mechanically modified. She tweaked, she modified.
So what? It's still a body.
She's modified. That's like taking a regular engine and then slapping a turbo on it. She slapped the turbo on it. It's more boost. Of course, it's gonna cost more stress on it. And you know it when you grow old and you know everything start to sag. That silicone and that fluff and that ass and all that shit affects you. That's what happened when you modify a car. When you boost a car and it can't handle that, it's gonna break down at some point in time.
Or
it is what it is.
And hear me out. Stop worrying about other people and what they should be, and just worry about what the fuck we are. If you see somebody and you don't like it, you don't have to subscribe to it. You don't have to tune into the show.
Hold it down. He said,
and it doesn't dictate what you should expect.
I'm not trying to get canceled.
Let's go.
But his
message, chose violence. Come on.
I didn't choose violence. I just said that his message was that men prefer women who's fit, fine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive.
And my point is, to a man, she may be fit. Who are you to say that she's not fit based on a scale dictated by white medicine? It could be 20 to 30 men who be like, that's my type. Then what? What you gonna say?
That may be her
type.
They
settling. They settling. They simping. Like, come on.
Their type is subjective with it, what the stats say, and he goes based off of the stats. What the stats say, it said that you are fit with the BMI and all that. Say it says that you are not fit, and that's
so what.
So since you're not fit, you're missing one of the 5 things that guys require. So it's like
what? Come on.
It is true. You gotta listen. And this is also coming from a guy that's not Kevin Samuels. And guys will tell you, like, what do you want in a lady? You want a lady who's fit, fine, friendly, cooperative, submissive? A guy would say, yeah.
But fit is subjective. That's my point. Fit is subjective. There are plenty of girls out here who are slim and in accordance with their BMI, their height to weight ratio. And people guys look at them and be like, oh, you not fit to me. Like you whatever. So fitness, as you say, is subjective. Like you can be over a certain body weight for your height and still be healthy. Like literally have nothing going on with you except that your supposed weight to height ratio is off, or is, you're technically obese or whatever.
You said it's off, right?
According to the stats that you giving me, yeah. I would love to see these stats. I love when I love this. I love this shit.
You got it.
What you mean? I got it? No, don't tap out.
You got it. You got it.
I'm for real, 20. Like, come on. How many girls you done seen and you like, oh, she thick, she caked out, she whatever, she my body type.
Okay. You want to go?
But if she step on the scale, and it go,
you want to go
if
there?
She want to step on the scale and it's not in accordance, you going to tell her, oh no,
want to go there?
Okay,
you want to go there? Okay, it's fine. We can go there.
Let's go.
I already had this conversation with you, but most times girls make up their own definition for things so they won't have to face the reality of the situation.
And sometimes men do the same thing.
And you agree with me as far as that? Did you not?
Yes. And I said men do the same thing. Yes.
Yeah,
men do the same thing.
Men do the same thing. Yes.
When you don't like her, or she pissing you off, or she not your type, you going to go down the list of everything she doesn't accord with. But if she, like I just said, if she good in the face and you attracted to her and you like her and she 5'3" and you find out she may weigh 180, you not going to look at her and say, "Ooh, baby girl, you're not supposed to be 180. You're supposed to be 150. I can't fuck with you." It's not going to happen. So that's my point. Like, why are we sitting up here letting somebody dictate something that you know good and damn well, when it comes to your own personal preference, you're not going to fuck with it. You only fucking with it now because it's entertaining, because you don't find shorty attractive. And yeah, and it goes both ways. Women do the same thing sometimes too. I'm here. It goes both ways.
Okay, but it's a requirement.
So you don't fit a girl height requirement, you cool with it?
It's a requirement for men if you want to end up with a ring on your finger that you are fit, fine, friendly, passive, and some. I said word with a C.
You said submissive.
And submissive, like those are required.
Did you say passive?
No, it's fit, fine, friendly, cooperative. It's cooperative and submissive. So those 5 things are required. It's like,
but everybody's version of them is subjective.
But for men will say that those things are required for you to even be considered to get married.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Twan.
I'm not saying that a nigga won't fuck up on you.
I'm just adding.
On the other side, but listen,
that is subjective.
Listen, but on the other side of that, women don't value the same thing as guys. You don't value a guy who's fit, fun, friendly, cooperative, and submissive. Women because you can't lie about women. I want a guy who's fit because y'all take the husky football player any day of the week, and you said it before. You said it before. I like them big linebacker type guys.
And you got tight as fuck. And you got tight as fuck. And you got tight. And you got tight when me and Jazz said it. And you got tight about it. You got tight about it. So come on. Because why? Because it's not you. So you like, damn. Like, what about me? I'm not that nigga. So what? I can like the husky type dude and still go for the dude like you. So what?
There's nothing wrong with the husky type dudes because you can be a slim guy like me or like any other slim guy. They can gorge for like 2 years and be husky. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You can change how many pounds you have, but you can't change what height you're born. You can't change that.
But so you can still be healthy.
That's what my issue with y'all is like, okay, y'all want a guy who's 6'3". You can't change how tall you is once you fully become a man. You can change what weight you is. That is your option. You want to be big, you can be big. You want to be slim, you can be slim. But you can't change how tall you is.
Okay. And you can be 5'11" and you can be 5'11" and husky and healthy, and that's great. What's up, Daddy? Like, come on.
You got it.
You pick it. Let's talk about it.
No, you got it.
You got it. I'm ready.
No, that's not even what the show about. You got it.
Now everything but the submissive thing, I'm like, what do you mean women don't look for the same thing? Like, come on.
No. Oh, okay.
Women don't. You're right. I agree. The submissiveness we probably don't look for.
Okay.
Friendly.
You want to go here?
Fit.
Okay, I'm been let it. You want to go here?
Compromising, or what was the C word you said?
Fit, fine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive.
We look for all of that except for the submissive thing.
What do y'all value in a guy? Like, what do y'all value in a guy? I already had what you value right here. If you want me to, I got the joint right here. I already got
everything down. Here. I know you write everything down.
Exactly. You said
we're not talking about me though.
Okay. You are women representatives for the show. So,
oh my God, I do not represent all women.
So what are the okay? You want a box? Okay, what's a box? All right,
let's go. All right, come on.
So what's the selling points? What's the 5 things that women value? Like, what are they?
I don't speak for all women.
Come on. You want to fight?
No, we're not doing this. I literally just told you everything that you said down to the submissive point is the same thing that women value. You just don't want to hear it.
No.
Oh my God.
So you say women? No, like these are selling points. Points. These are non-negotiables.
Yes.
So you said those. So the same thing.
You said things, fit. You
fit,
said fine,
friendly,
cooperative,
and submissive.
Okay, we're gonna leave the submissive part up.
So those
fit, fine, friendly, and cooperative. Women look for that as well. And as again, like I was driving home to you the first time around, all of that is subjective. What is fit to one woman will not be fit to another. What is friendly to one woman will not be friendly to another. What is fine to one will not be fine to the other.
What are the 4 non-negotiables that women want in a man? Go.
You just said those were non-negotiables.
Go. No, like if
you literally just said that those were non-negotiables.
Those are men non-negotiables.
I said women have those same ones. Like, come on.
Women do not have those same ones because women will tell you.
Are you a woman?
Because women will tell you that they want a nigga that has money or that's financially secure over anything. That would be the first thing they do. They will holler. That and assertiveness. So you saying the same 4 thing and look
fit,
and look how
fine,
they move. Now look how
friendly,
and look how they move. And
fit,
look how they move.
Friendly. What was the C word?
Cooperative,
and assertive. Fit, fine, friendly, cooperative, assertive. And all 5 of those are non-negotiables. And again, subjective. That's my point to you. Subjective. they're not set in stone based on each woman. They're not set in stone based on each man. So here we come full circle back to what Kevin Samuels said.
Where do values and morals lie in that? Where do honesty lie in that? Where do
we're not talking about that, 20.
Where does that lie in that?
We're not talking about that. We're talking about you saying that Kevin Samuels said on a scale of boom to boom, you will not ever have the opportunity to have a ring on your finger. And me saying, well, sir, that's kind of bullshit because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. What's not good for you may work for somebody else. So you can't sit up here and you about to get me because we had this conversation about Kevin Samuels.
You got
everything that he said don't apply to everybody.
You got it. That wasn't even.
Are we done?
That wasn't even what the show was about. But you got it.
Are we finished? Can we go back to what we was talking about?
You got it. We can go back to what we talking about. We ain't talk about that. You went off.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
That was on you, and we got it on camera. We got the whole thing on the show. That was you.
That was on me. Are you gaslighting me right now?
I'm not going to gaslight you. You can watch the show later on. You can see it.
You're gaslighting me right now. Like you literally see it. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. But yeah, back to
back to the main topic. I don't know.
Back to the main topic.
Our next topic.
You good.
That's crazy. Good. Our next topic is called is about toxicity. So it's like.
So this whole 15-minute conversation.
So the question
that's Quan started.
Are you toxic?
Who? You?
That's the question. Are you toxic?
Go ahead, answer. Are you toxic?
Am I toxic?
Do you believe you're toxic? Can you be perceived as toxic?
Can I be perceived as toxic? Yes, I can be perceived as toxic. I'm normally chill for the most part. For sure. I do have toxic tendencies in a way. Maybe the homies can like, dang, Twan do be kind of toxic. I do be like using the peer pressure the guys into like going out and shooting that jumper. Just trying to use the toxicity in a way to encourage the fellas, of course. Yeah, but like, am I mostly toxic? Like, not really. Like my homies and my friends know that, oh, you know what, Twan is a really chill guy. He really looks out. He really mean a lot, and he really want a lot, for us. He wants to strive for success. But yeah, can I be toxic sometimes? Everybody got a little bit a toxicness in them. It is to what extent are you toxic? Are you toxic?
On a whole, I don't believe so. I told you I got some toxic traits I be working through. Like you said, everybody got a little bit of toxicity in them. I can be stubborn sometimes, like extremely stubborn. I cannot listen. I can do a lot, but I don't think as a person I'm toxic. I think. What?
I wouldn't call that toxic, I guess. Well, just the being immature and not listening.
Yeah. So I have my immature moments where I just don't want to listen.
Yeah, we the same one. See, that's me being toxic.
Yeah, your gaslighting is extremely toxic. Gaslighting?
But I'll be gaslighting. What is gaslighting again? I really don't know what gaslighting is. It's like, oh, trying to make somebody seem like they crazy and stuff like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is. So yeah, I mean, I don't like to cop out. I don't like judging myself and saying, oh no, I'm not toxic. I believe I'm not a toxic person. Somebody can perceive me as being toxic. I may have toxic traits to somebody because, something may trigger them or, whatever. But I would hope I'm not toxic. Or at least not extremely toxic.
No, toxic relationships are not always somebody that you're dating. You even can have like toxic friendships, like people that only try to hang out with you because they know you're always buying. Like, you good?
No, I was saying because I could relatable.
Yeah, like people that people always want to hang with you because they know you buying, or they always want to hang with you because they know you got the will, so you always gonna be driving, so they always want to ride. Like you do have those toxic relationship as far as that aspect is concerned, or you're the kid that got everything. I think when you're younger, you're the kid that got everything. Like you're the kids that got the PlayStation, the Xbox, all that. So you get a lot of friends that just kind of there to leech off of you.
People can come over your crib. Your mom got the snacks, the free snacks on deck.
Yeah, your mom never home, and like, you know, toxic people tend to take advantage. Like they the people. Them niggas be foul sometimes. They the type of people that be like, you have them at the house, they wind up fucking in your mom's bed or something crazy like that.
Oh no.
Like
whoa.
They wanna like
that's disrespectful. Yeah. That's not toxic. That is disrespectful.
I don't know. Some people do be toxic like that. They have sex in your bed or have sex in like your mom's bed or something like that, or your parents' bed or something like that. Like real toxic. I'm blessed that I ran into any toxic people like that in my life. But that joint be crazy sometimes. Like the level of toxicity have no bounds. And I do kind of think like, okay, not everybody is toxic. Not everybody is toxic. Some people have, can have toxic traits at times, whatever the case may be. Sometimes they are harmless, sometimes they're not. It depends on what you use it for. But I do think it's kind of weird, people don't really value friendships like that, because this false security that, I can replace you with one of the 2,000 followers I have or the 10,000 friends that I have on Facebook. Yeah, I can replace you like that. And that's not necessarily true. It's like a false sense of security, because you'll wake up and like, dang, I need somebody to help me move, or I need somebody to drive the U-Haul. Like, dang, who can I call? And you can't call nobody. Cause like it's crazy. And the thing about sometimes about toxic people and toxic friends and toxic relationships is that they don't think they're the person who's toxic. They think everybody else is the problem. And dang, and I say it. I actually said it to had a conversation with Miguel about it. I was like, man, you got to think, like, if you're the person that always is getting blocked and nobody will never want you around, well, maybe you're the toxic one.
Yeah. Everybody can't be wrong. At least that's one of my beliefs. Like, everybody can't be wrong. Like, if like you have some people that,
can we get it one more time?
Everybody can't be wrong.
Okay. Now everybody can't be wrong. Yeah, I got you.
Everybody can't be wrong. If you have a I hate saying reputation, because reputation can be subjective as well. It's really based on like who likes you or who fucks with you or whatever. But if you have multiple people saying something about you, then you might want to work on it. Like, and that's like that's the thing about toxicity that I need people to understand. Like for the people who find out or come to the realization that they are the toxic person, or they have toxic traits that are causing a problem, like, it is really up to you to change that. Like, if so many people are telling you something, you might want to listen. Right. Like, I had this conversation with a really good friend of mine. I was like, and because it's hard sometimes, because we have friends that we know a certain way, and they may have like certain traits that are toxic because other people are getting them in a way that we don't, because of the closeness. But if, like, even as a real friend, like someone who's like really a friend to the person, you really have to sit and be like, okay, I may not experience this of you because I'm not in a position to, but if 20 other people are saying they had this experience with you, then you might want to sit back and be like, okay, what's going on? Like, what? That's the other thing I feel really, I find really interesting. And I think like this is going to be a topic for the future episode that we planning. But how do you navigate when people have a toxic perception of your friend, that you don't have.
Dang, that's crazy.
Or your family member, because toxicity applies to your familiar relationships as well.
That's crazy because somebody that I know, like one of my managers, one of my close, one of my bosses, they was like, yo, like, Twan, like, you gotta watch these certain people in your life. You know, people is toxic, or they not good for you, they not this, they not that. And I wasn't listening to him. I was like, man, get out of here. Wasn't listening to him. And then they, little did I know that they were just telling me about the experiences that they was facing when they was the same age as me. And they used to tell me all the time, like, yo, you see, I'm in my 30s, I'm 35, 36, 37. I don't have any friends. Like, or I probably got one or two friends. Like, that's it. And it was like, dang, like, well, so what happened? And they was like, you know what? Like, certain people just didn't have my best interest at heart. So, and I didn't realize it until later on, or until they already fucked me over, or whatever the case may be. And I was like, dang, like, that's kind of crazy. We both Tauruses.
Yeah.
We both Tauruses, so I know we tend to be very helpful, and we love our friends dearly. Even to this day, I love all the friends that I ever made. I love them dearly, for sure. But like, it does come a point in time when, you know, I guess you do gotta kind of like step back and step away from that. But I do have a question, because I know people don't really tell the truth nowadays, and they always want to tell that side of the truth. Is being honest being considered toxic? Like, if you be straight honest with somebody, straight blunt, and tell them the truth, is that considered being toxic? And like,
No. No,
but
sorry.
Can it be taken? Can it be taken as being toxic? Like,
no.
If somebody give you the real, like, if you have a friend that say, well, you know what, I'm 30, I'm 36, college dropout, and I want to go to flight school. Well, are you gonna go back to school? No. Don't got the drive, don't got the potential to go back to school. Bro, you need this year, this many educations, this year's the education, this much money to do what you need to do. Like, you're not gonna do it. You feel me? And I know you, because you been around people, you've been in that pressure for a lot. I know you. You're not gonna do it. Just being real with them, being honest with them, and stop letting them, oh, I'm 36, I'm gonna be an astronaut.
Is that toxic?
Giving them the real, like, bro, you're not gonna be an astronaut.
I don't think that's toxic. So
I know it can come across being mean, but
yeah,
it's like,
I'm about to say there's so I think people interchange toxicity and tact sometimes. So we're blunt, right? We're blunt.
I be chilling. I be holding it down.
Whatever, Twan, you faking
I really
right
do. I really do.
Okay, so we're generally blunt people, right?
She blunt. She just told y'all. Go ahead.
So we're blunt. There's, and like, I said this for like Scorpio people that I know too. There's a thing as having tact with your bluntness. Like, you can be honest and like serious about what you're saying and who you're saying it to. It's just that tone and tact sometimes play a factor in it, and you can navigate and do both without sugarcoating, because I know people love to say, oh, I'm not sugarcoating that, I'm not yeah, you don't have to sugarcoat stuff for people, but you have to understand that we're human and people will receive things in different ways. So you kind of have to be cognizant too of like how you present the information, but presenting the truth, like there's nothing wrong with that. Now if you spaz and go in there and your friend like, oh nigga, you ain't even finished college, like so you ain't gonna be no ass levels. That's like that's kind of like that person can take it like, oh, you really shitting on me, like what? Right. But if I really like sit here like, Twan, like you are me and I am you and we are each other, and like you told me 20 times you were done with school, this is not the route that you want to take. You want to, have your production company, be an entrepreneur. This is not what you want to do. Like, you don't want to go to flight school. Like, if I sat there and said that to you, that's me caring about you and presenting it to a way that's like real.
I'm thinking like these hating. Who is her to tell me that I can't do this shit, man?
And you know what? You can feel that way.
Then 5 years from now, I won't do it.
That has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with you.
5 years from now, I won't do it. Be still in the same place. Like, dang, she was hating on me. Then 10 years from now, I'm like, I didn't do it because you told me I couldn't do it. Like, I didn't tell you couldn't do it. I just said that it was going to be a very difficult path for you if you was going to try.
Right. And it doesn't really align with what you said you were, passionate about. I'm all for you pursuing new things. Like, yeah, but that's something that you haven't hinted towards at all. Like, I don't think you're gonna do that. I don't
come out the blue with it too. Like, you know what? I think I want to be a heart surgeon. Come out the blue with it. Like, what? Like, yeah.
But see, that's hard. Like, all in all intents and purposes, that's kind of hard for me because I very much am that friend where I want to be supportive. Right. And it's been hard for me to navigate support and honesty because I know me, sometimes I can feel like, well, the person may feel like I don't support them if I'm being completely honest.
Completely honest, yeah.
So you have to learn how to like navigate that little sweet spot.
So what did you do? What do you do?
What?
Navigating that sweet spot. Like, how do you navigate that sweet spot between being honest and the other job?
So in my friendships, I always take the approach of where I'm like, okay, I know you. So like, say me and you were having a conversation and you brought something out the blue. And I know you, we're friends.
Right.
I'm going to give you it's kind of out the blue, 20. Like, I don't think that's like everything you've told me thus far has been against that. I don't think that's really the road that you're going to take or the road that you want to take. But if you are like hell bent, and I recognize, I told you, we empathetic, we can tune into people. Right. And I realize that at this moment, you're not receiving what I'm telling you because you're so dead set on what you think this is then I'll be like, you know what? I support you. Tell me what you may need from me so I can help you. Mm-hmm. And boom. And usually when you come with that, when you come with the truth and the support, you see
just because
you see what really happens. Because I gave you the truth, which is I don't think this is something you're gonna pursue. But I also was like, I support you, you got it. Whatever you need from me, let me know if you need help or something, boom. And like a whole year later, I haven't heard anything about it. I was cool because I told you the truth. I also offered you the support. And now it's like, I get to see which way it went. And clearly it went the way of you not really caring about it no more.
Just because you give them the truth doesn't necessarily mean that you don't support them.
Right.
It's just like, yo, I don't know. Maybe it's just us as a tourist. We got to say it like, yo, like, this is a bad idea. Like, this is a bad idea. But like, okay, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't do it.
I got you. But I got your back, or I'm gonna hold it down. Like, I'm not gonna keep on like throwing it in your face about it. I'm just gonna hold it down. So I ain't gonna really say nothing. I'm still got your back, still in your corner, still your corner guy. But like, I'm not gonna keep bringing it up over and over and over again because I'm just beating you down, stomping on your dreams.
Right.
So
it's you give it to me, and do with the information what you will. Now, when you get those people that you hating on me, this, that, and the third, somebody like I read somewhere once that people aren't responsible for your triggers. Like, you're responsible for your triggers. And I find that usually when people get triggered off you telling them the truth, it's something that is with them and not with you. So you have to kind of, like I said, you have to understand sometimes where people are coming from. Like, it's not you all the time. You can't always take everything personally. Yeah. It just may be where that person is at the moment of time. they may come back a year later and be like, damn, 20, like you was right. I really wasn't down with that shit.
I was
bugging. But by the time they come back in a year, their mindset and like whatever triggered them is probably healed, or at least they're working on it. So now they can be like, oh, okay, I was bugging. Like I was tripping for real. You're not hating.
And I don't even say nothing. I'd be like,
you be like, it is okay.
And I don't even say that because I was like, if you do any more than I told you so, then be like, I knew you was gonna say that. I just be like,
yeah, that's when you start. That's when you choose violence. When you like, oh no, I want to have an argument because I want to be right. Like, and that's the other thing. Like with truth, people sometimes use the truth as a means to be right. Like there's a balance between being truthful and just wanting to be right all the time. So you just be spouting out a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like, okay, that has nothing to do with right now. Like you got it. Like what? So people have to understand that that's a thing as well, and that's why I say you can truly tell the people who tell the truth with your best interest at heart, because they'll usually just give you the truth and let you do what you will with it. Like, okay, yeah, this is what I said. This is what it is. You take the information, do what you want. Versus those people who you tell the information to, and then you come off like not receiving it, and they're like, oh, but remember that time, and then this time, and then and it's like, bruh, like that's how arguments start. Like that's how you do unnecessary stuff. Like I call that the Twitter effect. People do that a lot on Twitter. Like somebody will say a truth or say something, and then somebody will come back and start like, you know how people love degrading you. It don't have nothing to do with what you said. They be like, oh, that's why you ugly anyway. Yeah. And then you see 20 more threads of the person going back and forth just because they said they was ugly. It's like, did you really have to do all that? Like,
nah,
you said your truth. Crazy. You said your truth. They said what they said. You don't have to be right. You just said what you said, and you be like, oh, okay, whatever.
That's what they be on. But I guess that's the episode right there. I wish we would have spent less time in the tangent. And
you said you wanted to box, so let's box.
She said she wanted to box.
I told you I'm down with playing the dozens. I'm down with boxing. You know how I am.
Yeah, I see. You wanted to box. Okay, we're gonna bring this back up. Watch, there's gonna be more episodes like this for sure. But please shout out your social medias and all those things of that sort.
So y'all already know I'm Deej. Check me out at xoxodeej.com. Read my blog. Follow everything that's going on with Cafe Hours podcast on my website. Shout out to Black Girl Speaks. Me and my best friend Shayla. Our podcast is about to drop next month.
Yep.
XO_XOXODeej at Instagram, and it's lit.
Yep, and it's just your boy Raleigh _Esco Escobar Instagram. Of course, follow the Cafe Hours pod on Instagram, as well as RZ Media Productions. That's also on Mediagram. That's on Instagram. That's why a lot of this stuff is kind of like possible. Still, shout out to Jazz, of course, Miguel the Analog Guy, and everyone else that really just gave us the feedback to continue to do the show. We will catch y'all next week.
Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to the IG Cafe Hours Pod, Instagram, YouTube. Look up Cafe Hours Pod on podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, and follow. Listen on Spotify and iTunes. Absolutely.
With that being said, we out.